you very much. And now we are jumping our next part, which is discussion and topic. A question should be a question. All of the question came from our Q-cut topics. Thank you very much. So we have Amanda, we have Jim. Thank you very much, guys. So let's begin with Jim first. I would ask you three questions, not more than three, in this section,
Okay.
and you can spend 1 minute in this section to clear your answer per question. Not more
Okay.
than 1 minute, and you can share for an example that we much appreciate if you can. So let's begin with Jim boy first. So my first question for you: what decision do people generally make in their daily life?
Well, I reckon that most people really have this hard decision every day in their life, which is what to eat. So even I myself, I can say that every time I woke up. So I guess keep on thinking what to eat for the day, for the breakfast, or for the lunch, and even for the dinner or for the supper. So I think that that is the main big decision that usually people really do uh, every day.
Hmm,
So I think that's it.
okay. Okay. So next question again for you. Uh, so next question again for you: which is easier, making a decision by oneself, or making a decision after a group discussion?
Well, for me, it is much easier to make a decision if there's a lot of ideas coming up. So, for example, if you have this discussion, then you're trying to make a decision on your own, but you're not really sure. So, unlike if you have a group of people you're going to share about this discussion or this problem, then you will solicit their ideas. So later on, you will come up a better idea or a better solution on a problem or a situation. So for me, it's really good to have a decision after discussion in a group than making your own decision. So something like that.
Oh, that's cool. So next question again for you. So my last question for you: why are many young people unwilling to listen to other patients' advice?
Well, I think nowadays these young ones or the youngsters were thinking already that they were have already a lot of experience that we are encountering in their life, but they never thought that their parents has a lot of experience compared them. So this generation is really have developed differently compared before, or the people before, or the way of their parents. So I think this is really becoming because of the influence of the social media and anything else, something like that. So that's why these young ones right now is not really doing because they are having this. They're thinking that their parents made the wrong decision. So that's why they're thinking that why should I follow my parents' decision or guidance? Then I saw it that they fail or something like that. But it depends on the young ones also. So I think that's the main
Mhm,
reason for me, because
mhm.
of the failure of the parents, or they see or they were able to observe on the decision what their parents is doing.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you very much,
Yes.
Jim, for sharing your answer with everyone. Now it's your turn. You have to choose someone else. We have Amanda and me. You can choose anyone,
Okay.
and you have to ask three questions.
Okay. So I think I'll just pick you, bro,
Yes.
before
Okay.
Amanda. So okay.
Okay.
So your first question is, what should parents do to teach their children good habits?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Could you please repeat the question? I didn't heard
Okay.
clear.
The question is, what should parents do to teach their children good habits?
Oh well. This is really significant nowadays because if we speak about personal characteristics or personal behavior, how we could learn and how we could teach our children, that would be much relevant and beneficial because parents is the main platform. They could guide their children how to be polite and how to create and how to build their personal characteristics. So I think uh, if parents are much polite, they act whatever they have in front of their children, they will learn from them because they are the main teacher as a human being in their house as a parent. Whatever they're gonna do in front of their kids, they would learn from them. So they should act a nice behavior. They should act always a different way in front of them. What they would capture few identification, few information, what types of character they would gather from them in future. They would produce like as a children they would produce those characteristics and like an overflow from their parents. So parents they could teach their children whatever they have with a different way. And I believe as a guideline, as a teacher, as a course, parents should be the best way to guide their children with their behavior.
Okay, it's really a lengthy answer, and that's great. And next, do you think people need to change the way of transportation drastically to protect the environment?
I think this is really important for our environment because if we could change fuel transportation, what they are using fossil fuel and they are using bad flow from their silencer, so which would be harmful for our air condition. Sorry, yeah, it would be effect in our air and that would produce air pollution. So I believe transportation could be used different types of material or different types of electronic device or mechanism as well, where they would never create any sounds pollution, any air pollution. For example, I would say here a lot of countries, especially Europe, America, and Latin America, they use electronic bus rather than fossil fuel. So they are not producing any harmful germs from those bus where people are transporting and people are using regular basis. If we think about India, like Asia, they are using fossil fuel, and people are affected those air, and people are having different types of virus or bacteria what they are affected by those types of air what they are producing from those types of transportation. So this is the main comparison which Europe and America different types of drones and different types of transportation.
Okay, so the last question would be, what do old people and young people think about when making travel plans?
Oh, this is much critical. Then I'm also a young person. I would think money doesn't matter. Whatever we are thinking, we should visit anywhere. But definitely, parent generation, elderly generation, or senior citizen, they would always think they should visit very close to their home, where they would never spend a lot of money. Even they would observe, they would sit with a chair, and they would might try to hunt few animals or few birds or something else. But as a younger, they always love to hiking, different types of activities. For example, like any mountain hiking. For example, another one. If I am a traveler, then definitely I will choose a mountain or a long destination where I could see a lot of things. I shouldn't come back from my home. I shouldn't come back to my home. Then definitely, whatever money I would bring from my home, I would never come back. So this is the difference between young generation and senior citizen, their opinion and about the traveling destination.
Okay, let's end your part 3 examination. And bro, I think you're really ready for tomorrow's exam.
I don't know what will happen. I will do my best.
Yeah, I think you are really ready. Your answer was really on the questions, is on the topic. So you are giving relevant answer, and grammar that your statement or the paragraph that you're using is really great. So I think you're really ready. So good luck for tomorrow,
Thank you
and
very much,
wish you
bro.
all the best.
Thank you very much, bro. Let's see what would happen, and definitely I will explain to all of you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
hopefully,
Yeah. So
hopefully.
yeah, let's begin with Amanda here. Hi, Amanda. I have a few questions for you.
Yes.
So my first question for you: which form of vehicle is most common in your country? Bike, car, or motorcycle?
Mm, Actually, in my country, almost people use motorbike. Actually, they also have car, but the main thing is my country is developing country. Then some transportation not developed yet, so we don't have like subway. So if we use car, then we will, how to say, get ch- traffic jam. So almost people use motorbike, like just motorbike. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You are explaining. That's great. So next question for you. So next question for you. Do you think air pollution comes mostly from mobile vehicles? Motor vehicles, sorry, motor vehicles, not mobile, motor vehicles.
Mm,
What do you think?
how to say? I I definitely think it depends on each country.
Hmm.
For example, in developing country like Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, then they use motorbike more. But in Korea, America, that which is
Hmm.
developed country, then they use car like main transportation. But beside that, they also develop another ways like subway, train. Then yeah, it depends on each country.
Okay,
If
so
I
that's
understand right question.
no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I understand a little, not everything, but it's okay, it's okay. So another question for you. So simple one, I will ask. Simple one, very simple one. What habit should children have?
Hmm. How to say this?
Hmm.
From my
You
view,
think you
I
are
think
you
the
are
most
a
important thing
child,
is
and
honest.
what habit you have?
When I was a child, the most my parents, the most important thing my parents always teach me is be honest and respect uh, older person, respect the older. That's two kind of
Mhm.
thing I remember until now. Almost they just focus on don't thief anything from neighborhood, don't say something bad to older. Then until now, I also remember that and practice that. So I think the most, so I think with parents, we should teach children to be honest and respect older person. Yeah,
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Okay, thank you very much, Amanda, for sharing your
I
information.
already on AM.
Okay, I
Yes.
know. This is already 1 a.m. in your country. It's midnight, and I really admire you
No,
are
no.
here.
I mean no,
Oh
no.
no.
I mean I don't feel I'm not feel sleepy, but the main thing is uh how to say. Yesterday I also joined until on 30, and I feel very interesting on our group. That's why I join always because sooner today you also send me sooner 5:30 p.m. today. But at that time, I'm I was in work, so I joined this time. I just wanna say thanks for our group because I learned a lot, really. This my improving speedy a little slowly. Yeah. Anyway, thank you and good luck
Yeah.
tomorrow. Hope you can
Yeah,
do
thank you.
well.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amanda. Thank you very much, guys, for joining our section. And with this answer and question, we have done our keyword general and discussion questions. Thank you very much for joining today, and see